Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. All the trigger warnings, all the love, all the everything. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. My intention was to do air and fire signs today. And your energy just, yeah. I came in like a wrecking ball, but in the most beautiful way because you let me know you needed me. So I thank you for that, because I was, I've had some channel messages coming up, but I've been feeling very interesting lately. So maybe this has been your energy that I'm picking up, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm going through what the water signs are going through right now, because we all have water in our chart somewhere, right? With everything that I've gotten, I had to ask. And sometimes you have to ask, right? You have to vocalize. I had to ask, who is this energy for? Okay. Peacocks could be very significant to somebody here. They've been coming up quite a bit every time I start to get stressed about like what this weird feeling is every time I go. So that could be significant for you. Shells could be significant to somebody. Maybe you're going to the beach, or this could even be in the forest, or even somewhere around your house, finding some sort of, I'm seeing a snail shell. But for some of you, it could be a sea shell, just a shell. Okay, so, there's something about that. Anyways, look, the card that I got was Awakening and Cups. Cups is water signs, okay? And this came sideways. And I usually I'm just drawn. I pick up my cards. If you've been watching, I pick up and I just read them straight. I don't read reversals and stuff like that. I read energy. This time I really felt like, no, this is sideways. Because there's something not quite right. And it's like you're waking up from a fog or waking up from a dream, the waking dream, right? It's like, realizing something is a mirage. So the illusions around you are being cleared, and it is very enlightening, right? And it does renew you, which is what the awakening card is about. It's like yin and yang, day and night, like the balance of those things, right? And all the beauty that lies in between, because I'm really being drawn to like all of the detailing here, the very fine detailing that literally makes this, as I'm getting dynamic or different as it is. But yeah, water signs, we're here and we're going to do this, and I'm going to do something I've never done before. Not since I was, yeah, it's been a long time. This is a rough draft. I'm not done writing it. This is my works. No, you cannot use it. No, you cannot take from it. If you do, a hex upon you, and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about that. I'm being drawn to be vulnerable and open and honest and share with you something that I wrote today, because I feel that there's something here. I don't even have a title for it yet, but I know it's got something to do with the sailor, because I kept getting and Ireland has been coming up a lot lately. So an Irish accent and then an English accent kept coming through. So if that resonates with you, then there's definitely something here for you, or maybe there's something about ancestry with that. I'm not quite sure. But here's what I wrote, okay? Hope you guys like it. I do like writing little stories and things like that sometimes for fun. It's my thing. It's my dirty little secret. I feel like I've spent my whole life lost at sea, waiting, but for what? Waiting for rescue, or waiting to spot land. Spending my days following this damned bird. Birds mean land, yet this one never leaves. It just flies above me, watching me mockingly. The waters beneath me grow ever more angrily as the days pass. Once always calm, now they rage as if the ocean itself was waging war against my ship. Ne'er tempest in sight. I feel as if the storm lies within me and has reached out and stirred the very depths of the ocean's abyss. If I could just find land, I could quell this storm's fury. That damned bird is the only help that has come. So here I continue following until we find land, until the ocean claim me or my madness take me. Maybe I should just stop following that damned bird. Let the waters take me. Then at least the choice would be mine and not some damned bird. It's a work in progress. There's still more going. Maybe I should call it that damned bird. I don't know. Oh my gosh, and we do have a peacock, which is a bird. I don't know, guys. I don't know why this is important. I'm going to pull some cards and then ask and see what we get. That was a vulnerable yet exciting moment for me because I do love writing. I have a bunch of my writing. I don't know exactly where it is. I've never really fully unpacked from the moves in my life, period. I've kind of always lived out of certain boxes. If that resonates for you, hey, what's up? Gypsy family, right? We keep moving. Let's see. What is this? Why is it significant for the water signs? Because my readings are always for the next 7 to 10 days. And water signs, you guys were like, hey, yoink, yoink. Can you do fire and air later? Can we get some love right now? Sure, baby. You can get some love right now. So maybe you need more love right now. Maybe someone around you needs more love right now. We'll see what we get. You could be a Scorpio, specifically Scorpio, and it was upside down. Do you need love, babies? Scorpios, if you need love, don't be afraid to ask for it. I know that you guys are not like that. You guys, I literally just saw a video earlier. Was it today or last night too? This is crazy. Water signs, thank you. I'm sorry I've not been paying as good attention to the signs. I've allowed myself to try to force myself into, go read now, like keep it structured and scheduled, but it caused me to not read the signs around me. And you guys have been trying to let me know that you need a reading. So I saw a video of a scorpion. Somebody was feeding their pet scorpion, right? Sorry if that triggers anybody. Again, I said all the trigger warnings on my channel. But I didn't even know this at all. The scorpion was doing this weird little dance after it ate its food. So maybe eating makes you happy. You could feel some sort of like shame around that, but you're realizing that that's an illusion. Again, illusions are being removed, right? So like maybe people think that you're like this dangerous creature, but really you're this beautiful fucking peacock. And are you waking up to yourself, water babies? What is this? New beginnings. Let me read this. Okay, new beginnings and growth. Okay, interesting. Jaguar energy here, if that resonates with anyone. Maybe you're learning what your spirit animal is, and some of these will be confirmations for you. Or maybe this is your spirit animals coming in and making first contact with you, and maybe now you'll continue to find them in unique ways. I don't know what that is. I can see any of a million, but if you would like to share how yours happened, by all means come back and leave a comment, right? Says you're beginning to instigate change, but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Right. Sometimes we do want change, but then when change starts coming, we start to realize that for the change to happen, it's going to take something a little extra, right? And that can be a little scary. Says get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. Right. If you're building a tower and you realize at the 5th level of that tower that something is wrong and it's going to cause every level above it to be off, you don't keep building trying to correct as you build. No, you go down to the 4th level to see where it happened there, right? And if you can't see where it happened there or somewhere in between the 4th and 5th level, then you continue to go down, right? But as you go down, you realize, wow, I might have to go all the way down to the foundation. Right, but it says you're promised a beneficial rebirth. So even if you do have to tear it down all the way to the foundation, right, and do some foundation repair, after that, it's going to be solid for, I'm getting generations to come. It is going to be solid for generations to come. This is healing generational trauma. For many of you, I'm feeling it's mother wounds being healed. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but could be by the ending of a relationship, a situationship, or simply your decision. It doesn't say that, but I added that clearly, which is why I added my own little sauce, okay? Or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. It was a sobering feeling. So water babies, some of you may be realizing that you're drinking a little more than you thought you were. And I'm sorry if that triggers anyone. Maybe everyone around you has been bugging you about it. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. But I feel that you yourself are awakening to this being an illusion, right? Like, yeah, even when it's an illusion that you've placed onto yourself. Thank you. They're coming face down now. So there's something, oh, and one of them is reversed. So there's something about something you don't want to hear. So, yeah, so the line is the top. So that, well, it's a little sideways. I'm really being drawn to just leave the cards as they fall today. Is that weird? It's taking up so much more space though. Okay, whatever. Well, this one was first. Okay. Tiger. Patience. Oh, are you lacking patience right now? Hold up. Let me see what I just channel from this before I read the rest of that. Let me just see the tiger. For some reason, I'm getting crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Right. Like, be careful that you're not, I'm getting shooting yourself in the foot. Sorry, I know if that's triggering for someone. Like I said, all the trigger warnings, whatever. Anyways, we're moving on. It's like you're shooting yourself in the foot because whatever this is that you're doing, when you lose your temper, it is causing more hurt, right? And it's pushing back these new beginnings and this beautiful growth that wants to happen in your life. It's pushing it off. But it's like, as you push, the more you push it off, the more obvious it's becoming to you. I'm seeing that commercial where it's like deprioritized, right? It's like you're realizing all the ways in your life that it's just, wow, okay, this might piss somebody off, but whatever. You're seeing all the ways in your life where you've deprioritized your own happiness and how it's causing those around you to lose their happiness, which is snowballing the karma coming at you. But at the same time, it's a good thing. Like, it's happening for you, right? Even when we have to admit, okay, I'm the bad guy in this situation because I'm just thinking negatively. Nobody around me is out to get me. It's just all in my head. Nobody around me hates me. It's just in my head. And the ones that do really hate me, I know exactly who they are. And at the same time, I know how freaking scared of me they are, which is why they're afraid to tell me to my face exactly how they feel. See how that works, baby? It's beautiful. I said mother energy. Bear energy to me is very, very motherly energy, okay? And it says bear, strength. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversary, though. Against enemies. It may be time for you to stand for your beliefs or your truth, with strength and confidence. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. Yes, I've been sensing a lot of anxiety, by the way, and I really feel it more now that I'm in the water signs energy. Like my stomach is crampy. Granted, I do know I'm hungry. I do acknowledge that I haven't eaten yet, but I don't know. I really just, I don't know. I just like doing my readings before I eat, like the big collective ones, you know? It's just different. I can't explain it. It is what it is, right? But the anxiety levels that I've been feeling, and I did do a little release in the meditation before. So if you would like to tap in to that healing, go ahead and open your heart to it and accept it. If you don't trust or if you don't believe in that, that's okay. That's okay. If you do feel that you need healing in any way, shape, or form, follow how you are called to seek that. The choice is yours. Okay? You're being reminded that patience is what is necessary to attain your goals. I'm getting you catch more flies with honey. You need to be patient and trust that the universe will help you through your challenges and divine timing. Success is guaranteed. Okay, so everything that I just said, yeah, you're processing things, clearing things. Things that had you skipping that beat, right? Like when a record has a scratch and it goes and it makes that sound like, because it's just like scratching and repeating over. Or no, that's the ending of it. No. Some of them, yes, but some of them go really loud. If you ever had vinyls, like, you know. You know. But it's whatever's keeping you stuck, right? It's almost like every time you go to walk the dog, something happens, right? But all these things that are coming up are happening because there's something else. Like maybe you forgot to turn off the iron and you haven't even thought about it. Or maybe you threw your dish rag a little too close to the hot cast iron pot that holds heat for a while, probably more heat than that little cloth can handle, right? Or something like that. Or maybe you had a candle burning and you see what I'm saying? Like it's something that literally just by chance that you just so happen to overlook for whatever reason. And I feel it's this haze over you, and this haze is being removed, but it is thick, right? Yeah, I'm getting into the thick of it again. I got that on the earth signs reading. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, or you could have earth heavy in your chart. I don't know, whichever it is for you. If you're called to that, then maybe you're being called to look into astrological stuff for whatever reason. 6, what is it with this lobster? Oh, maybe that's a spirit animal thing you've been seeing. It's a lobster. Or it could be is it crawfish or crayfish? I don't know how you say that. I ain't a bayou girl, okay? I'm in the South, but not the dirty South. Or is that the deep South? I don't know what they call it. I'm just definitely not like that area down there. Oh, what area is that? You don't know what you're talking about. I've been to Alabama. I used to live in Pensacola. I've traveled plenty through Georgia. I assure you I know what the dirty South and all that, but everybody's got a different nickname for it, right? Because it's different per little sections everywhere. Anyways. You're realizing that the things you need to change are things, there's deeper reasons why you haven't wanted to look at these things that you want to change. Okay, it's bringing up stuff you don't want to have to deal with. But it's gotten to the point where you realize that these are things you do have to deal with if you want to achieve those dreams that you're seeking, right? If you want that freedom, whatever freedom means to you, right? In which ways in your life do you feel caged in? In which aspects of your life can you not run free? Can you not fly away? You know, this is what you need to really ask yourself right now. And it will really, really help you move things along if you just kind of, yeah, like the poem says, right, like it at the ending there, he was like really frustrated, this, or she, whatever, this soul lost at sea that I was picking up was just feeling like, whatever, let the sea take me. But maybe that's exactly what needs to happen. Maybe they just need to just take a break from trying rowing or holding the sail, whatever type of boat this is, right? And following that bird and just stopping for a moment. If that bird stops and comes back, you know that that bird's been following you, because the bird thinks you know where land is, and it's just, going with these currents. It needs to still be able to see you, but be able to land. And if they're behind you, they have to really, really fly hard to cut through those winds out at sea, right? So they prefer to be a little in front of you, and they can just do this little look back thing, and they can see you're there, right? And then all they got to do is glide down and land. Birds are smart, right? You're learning from your environment. You're learning from your environment right now. Take everything as a sign at this time. You will be surprised at how things present themselves to you. And it's going to be beautiful, because it's like, it's like a peacock that, a male peacock that fans its feathers for the first time, right? Like that feeling of like, fully getting to shake the dust off and come out of the shadow and be like, yeah, I'm seeing the guy from Independence Day where all this time he'd been telling people, he'd been warning people, and nobody listened throughout the whole movie. He's like, he's drunk. Oh my gosh. Okay. Confirmation again for somebody here who's been drinking. Please, 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 please put it down. Put it down. Limit yourself. Limit yourself to, if you need to do it slowly, do it slowly. But you've got to be able to restrict, right? You don't want to be in a haze. You don't want to be in a haze. You don't want to be slow. Whatever those things where they resonate with you, please listen to this, because maybe you just have a glass of wine or something every day, or two, or maybe you started with just a glass of wine a day and now it's like 2 or 3. But I feel like whatever the change has been and what it originally was, where it was a beneficial accent in your life, it has now become, it is tainted in some way, right? And so you're going to be shown, like, if you realize you're smoking too much, like you realize, man, a pack used to last me a whole week, and now a pack barely gets me through a day. Think about those things. You have to take care of the vessel first and foremost, and everything you do, sooner or later, it catches up to you, right? And I know there are a lot of people who will be like, oh, I don't care, we're all going to die one day anyways, right? They all say that until the number's up, right? I'm seeing like, that's all I'm being told to say, right? Then everybody all of a sudden wants to change to, really realizing what's important. And it's very sad that so many of us have to have such urgent things happen for us to truly realize what's beautiful and what's precious in life. And it's not our fault. It's the environment that everyone is thrown in. So water signs, this is not your fault. The environments we're thrown in on this planet, everyone in every country from birth, even those with a fucking $1 billion in their bank account right now, when they were born with some form of trauma. Everyone, every single one of us. But we do the most to help in our immediate environment. So your immediate environment is always going to be you. As I sit by myself in this room, sure, I'm talking to you right now. I'm magically there with you. Hi, I give you a big old squish. I hope you're feeling better. I do. And I hope you get through this as quickly as possible, because you don't feel, the way that all this is making you feel is not the way you deserve to feel. So if you're questioning your worth, if you are questioning, well, maybe I deserve this, or maybe you're punishing yourself, this feels like the the people with those religious people that like, you know, yeah, that thing, I'm sure you saw what I was doing. And if you don't know what that is, ask somebody. I'm sure someone you know will know. But it's like you're harming yourself more than anything that is triggered within you, right? So like when you face those demons within you, things that are holding you back in life, that's where you realize I needed to check how my deck was. So because I'm being guided to not read it flipped, and now I know why. It's because the whole thing was flipped. So right, you need to take action on moving yourself to where you want to be. You could be feeling overburdened. Horses or donkeys, because we do have horses here now, of course, but whatever. But like I said, this for some of you, it feels like your spirit animals, like whatever that means to you, it feels like they're trying to contact you. And there could be something. What is this? What is that, please? The sailor's battle is within. Do you understand? The sailor at this point has surrendered to the idea that any other help is going to come to them while they're lost at sea chasing that bird, right? But it could still happen. Maybe there's a boat that keeps kind of sort of seeing something off in the distance, but they can't really see it, right? So they've been going in this direction, and if that sailor would just stop and stop following the bird to see if the bird's even going to come back to the ship, right? Because if they are far away from land, that bird will come back. If land is closer, then how much energy they have to continue flying, they will continue on. If their energy is not high enough to continue on, and they don't know, because they don't know where land is, and they know they don't have enough energy to reach where land is because they still can't themselves pick up where it's at, they'll come back to that ship. And then the sailor will know, wow, okay, the bird doesn't know where land is either. Well, all right, let's pick a direction. What do we want to do now in this moment? In that time, that short pause, another ship could come along from any direction, to be honest with you. Another ship could come along, and there is their, the sailor's salvation, right? Help has arrived, finally. But it takes letting control of trying to push what direction you're going in. Like when you just allow things to happen, some people will say, oh, well, you're just waiting for like all the bad stuff to happen, because if you're not doing anything, then nothing good's ever going to happen to you. But that's not true. Because sometimes it's the very thing you're being asked to do is to just stop trying. Stop trying to jump that fence. Stop trying to push your way out between the bars of that cage for the butterfly, right? And stop trying to follow that damned bird, and just stop for a minute. And then, boom, the horse's gate magically just opens, because in all the jumping, it knocked the thing loose to where the gate's unlocked, and the horse just pausing for a minute allowed that energy to settle enough for the gate to just be blown open lightly by the wind, right? And then the horse can run free, right? Or the butterfly in that cage stops moving long enough to realize that the holes on another part of that cage are much bigger, but it was higher than what they usually fly. And so they just had to go up a little, and boom, they're out of their cage. Well, for the sailor, they stop, and then boom, the boat arrives. Or the bird goes, but then sort of shifts direction. Okay, well, boom, the bird has picked up land, but it's a different direction from the way you were going. And now you got to turn a little bit this way, right? Whereas before it was just kind of blind leading the blind. In order to formulate a proper strategy, you have to pause, right? Discovery. What is I heard no and yes. So we're going to flip you. And we've got you. You're pushing so hard for happiness that you're pushing it away. There's something, and maybe it's not happiness. Maybe it's a job that you feel will make you happy. Maybe it's a house, a car, it's something. There's something that you're pushing towards that you see as that 10 of cups energy, right? That maybe it's like that, maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe you want to move to another town, right? And you're so desperately trying to do that, that it's just, everything's become more and more complicated. Like, movement costs go up, or, you know, I mean, hell, just look at the economy. Good luck moving, right? Unless you're moving from somewhere where things are really, really expensive and pay is really, really high to somewhere where everything's really, really, really low and you're willing to take a pay cut, then you're probably not gonna, you know, those people probably don't notice it yet. They probably don't feel the pinch, but I'd say like 90% of the world, maybe 95% of the entire world feels the pinch. You got to understand, sometimes the stuff you're picking on also is collective. And there is a lot of stuff going on right now collectively from all of humanity, that it's a transitional period where things are going to change for people. Energies are going to shift. What was up for some people will now be down, and what was down for others will now be up, right? It's, yeah, the cookie crumbles. That's how the way the cookie crumbles, or something like that. It is what it is. There's a million ways to say it, but at the end of the day, it's just a shift in energy. Someone's luck will end and someone's luck will begin, right? But it's part of their journey. Yeah, you might have been going through some stuff right now. People might have been seeing you as something you're not, or maybe it was you who was seeing yourself in a negative light, right? Maybe you just needed to be kinder to yourself. Maybe that's what you're learning. Let's get some clarity on this. What are some of these illusions for the water signs, please? We're already at 30 minutes and I don't want to go very long. Clarity. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something about whatever has you feeling foggy. If you're sleeping too much, obviously if you need rest, rest. But sometimes what we think is us just needing rest could possibly be like something deeper, okay? Like depression, or again, like I said, anxiety. If you feel that you need to go see someone, please do. If you feel, honestly, if you just want an unbiased opinion of someone to speak to of things, that's what therapy's supposed to be there for, right? It's supposed to help you sort out for yourself and think for yourself. And unfortunately, we have too many telling people, oh yeah, no, you need to think this way. And that's not good either, because a therapist is supposed to be a guide. And y'all are going to see a lot of these going out of business. You're realizing what you really want. What you really want. And again, hummingbirds could be significant for some of you. But this realization of what you want, what's going to make you happy, right, is causing great change within you. The transformation card, which is the death card. Confirmation, again, more Scorpio energy. What else do we have here? 10 of Cups, I'm not sure which of the water signs that one specifically is, but that is out here as well if you want to check. And 7 of Cups is out here as well. So I'm not sure which sign that is. If you want to check that one, you can as well. That would probably just be further confirmation for you. From the Major Arcana, card number 20, maybe the number itself is significant, but if you would like to see what sign is represented by that, there probably something is there for you. The Death card, number 13, and 19, the Sun. I don't know why, and I'm being drawn to numbers. Okay, for someone specifically, this is someone with the birth year of 1913. So this could be a grandparent or a great-grandparent, but there's something about 1913. Maybe you have kids and those are their ages. I don't know. Or maybe there's something significant that happened in your life when you were 13 and something significant that happened in your life when you were 19. Something that has remained with you to this day. Something that you feel will probably always remain with you. Through every new beginning, through every change, through no matter what you feel, right? Like this is something that has made you who you are, that it's like something you claim. Even if it's sadness, even if it's something really like, damn, like you wear it like a badge of honor, right? Because you've mastered those demons. You've made those energies submit to your divinity, to you, to your authority over your own soul. This is exerting your etheric free will, your energetic free will, right? Yeah, do you see the look at the look on this goat's face, right? I pity the fool. Anybody, that's kind of petty, but we'll draw some petty cards in a minute for those who want to stay for the gossip. I got you. King of Pentacles. This is that one Capricorn? Is it King? Is it? I don't know. It's an earth sign, though. I know it's an earth sign. So if you want to look that up, go look it up. This could be just little ways that you get confirmations for yourself. You know, keep a little journal. Today I watched Maria's video and she talked about sailors, and I'm a sailor. You know, also anchors. There's something about anchors. An anchor keeps you sheltered, safe, right, from your being lost at sea. And it also but it can also like hold you down when you need to move. So right, if the storm's about to roll in, so you pull up anchor, right, and you've got to move. You can't just sit there. That's the worst thing you can do. Pull up your anchor and you've got to move. Which way? Again, the choice is yours. Don't follow the damned bird. Somebody here, I feel like you're one of your spirit animals is a type of bird, and you're going to feel called to follow the bird, but then you're going to remember, don't follow the damned bird. And in spite of that, you're going to be like, I'm going to follow the damned bird. But it's really fucking cool because there's going to be a revelation through that journey for you. So that's cool. If that's you, come back and comment if you want to share, you know, or let me know. Message me and tell me what happened after the reading, you know. And the tiger energy, again, we have the tiger twice. So for somebody, that's already double confirmation for you on this tiger energy, okay? And the tiger, the kingpin, King of Pentacles, he's very chill, very laid back, right? Like he only jumps in when he needs to. And so is the gator. They're patient hunters, right? Opportunistic hunters. They're strategists. So apply that in business, apply that in any aspect of the life. And that is the embodiment of that energy, right? Like in conversations with people, you do have to just observe and listen, allow them to say what they need to say, you know, don't cut people off, remember what they're saying, but you need to be focused for all of these things. So whatever's keeping you in here, if snap or clap. Snap or clap, whichever one, both of them if you need to, right? It will shake up the energy and it will help clear some of that fog away. But you need to set the intention to clear this. Whatever this fog is over you, if it's drinking too much, if it's smoking too much, if it's sleeping too much, if it's just being too up in your head, if it's being afraid to voice what you need to say, and then that causes you to, again, be up in your head, going back and forth with yourself. Meanwhile, life is still happening, and it's like you're seeing the world like this. You have no clue what's going on. Water signs. Can I get significance for the damned bird, please? I want to use the tea leaf cards, but that's a really big deck. Let's use the game of life. Listen, water signs, whoever comes against you as you are gaining the courage and the strength to this jaguar almost feels afraid to me. Like it's cowering afraid. Like, you're a fucking jaguar. What are you afraid of? I mean, granted, yeah, I can see the anacondas. Some of them do get like, what is it, like over 40 feet or some craziness like that. I could see why that might be a problem for a jaguar. And then you've got the sneaky little not a rock gators laying around, right? But you should already be aware of all of those things. And I've seen videos of jaguars taking down gators that thought they were going to get the jaguar. Patience. Don't become Gollum, okay? Don't become Gollum, water signs. If you don't know who Gollum is, Smeagol from The Lord of the Rings is the little creepy dude. My precious. Yeah, but I'm getting patience. Patience, my love. Right? Like, Gollum is always the one who's level-headed, right? But has malicious intent. Smeagol is that inner child, right? The one who lost control of himself once upon a time and hurt someone that was very dear to them, and then their life was changed evermore, right? But they both exist within. Like, it's the selfishness of greed, the needing of to feed the ego. Yeah, it's ego. It's okay. Sometimes when you start voicing your truth, those around you will say things that are hurtful, and it's a knee-jerk reaction for some of us who have certain traumas to lash back out, right, with our stingers. And those of us who are smarter and have already kind of been through the grinder quite a few times, we grab on with our pinchers before we hit with our stinger, don't we? But just remember, you can always sting yourself accidentally. Yeah, stop looking for love and love yourself. You are loved. Listen, water signs. Yeah, success is guaranteed. Stop looking for love and love yourself. Why? Why? Because success is guaranteed. Yes, this can come true. Yes, this can be whatever this is that you are seeking. But you have to love yourself first. That means you have to love the parts of you that you hate. If some of the parts of you that you hate are the fact that you say really mean things when people hurt you, and you realize that sometimes you say them too quickly before letting someone finish saying things, and that ends up then kind of shooting you in the foot, right? Because when they finally get to finish what they're saying, they're already in tears because you've now wounded them with something you've said or done. And they're here expressing to you, and you're like, damn, yeah, oh. You know, like, you're acknowledging you've lost your temper. Yeah, get your shit together. You're realizing you've got to get your shit together. You've got to get your temper under control. For some of you water signs, anger management could be beneficial. And that may not be what you want to hear, but it is the highest form of love to oneself, is to accept where we need help, accept where we feel we may not know how to bring about changes, and then seek how we can get help, where we can get help, you know, how the help is done. Like you start to get information, and then that is where success is guaranteed, because by then you've already chosen the path, the crowned path. What is the crowned path? The crowned path is a path of following your intuition, which usually means you've got to follow your heart. And sometimes when you follow your heart, unfortunately, you realize that some of the very people you love are some of the very people hurting you the most. And you've already seen time and time again where they know they've hurt you with how they've acted or things they've said, done, whatever. And you've never received like apology. No one's ever asked for forgiveness. No one's ever been remorseful for it. And it has put you into the same energy where now you're hurting the ones around you in your environment who were gentle with you, right? For someone specifically, it's affecting your kids. Custody issues. Some of you may be forced to take anger management whether you want to or not, if you want to be granted a fair custody with your children. For those of you that this is attached to some form of divorce, because this feels like divorce energy right now, you are being guided to save money, right? If you feel that you are considering divorce, you need to start saving before you even go to find an attorney to file for divorce, right? You want to make sure that you save for what you want. And if what you want is that divorce, well then okay, the house is probably going to get sold, right? Assets are always split. So you're going to need either a house or an apartment, right? You're going to need somewhere to live. If you shared a vehicle, or maybe you have multiple vehicles, but they were all in one person's name, that's going to have to be dealt with as well, right? So maybe you won't want to deal with that. Maybe you just want to clean cut. You want to say, you know what, you can keep everything, but then that means you've got to prepare for that, water babies. You've got to prepare for that. Don't leave yourself. The biggest thing I always tell anyone who ever tells me they're going through divorce is do your very best to put your emotions to the side when you are strategizing, when you're focused on the terms and conditions of this separation. Because when your emotions get involved and you're still heavy-hearted, you're not gonna make good choices for yourself, right? But just keep going. The path of choosing yourself, choosing what makes you happy, choosing your freedom. For some of you, this is divorce. Choosing your freedom because you have changed into what people want you to be long enough, and now it is time for you to regain control of your own happiness and charge forth down this new path where you put yourself first, with friends, with family, with kids, with work, with everything. You put yourself first, because you cannot give 100% to anything else that you do until you have given 100% to yourself. And now I'm being reminded that I should start eating breakfast before the readings. So I think I'm just going to do a little bowl of oatmeal from now on before my readings, or maybe, I don't know, something else, something short, quick, and simple, because I get up and I'm like, I want to go do the readings. I want to go do my readings, you know, like such a nerd, but whatever. I have fun. Do you have fun? Have fun, water signs. Never stop having fun. Learn something new. Take on a new challenge. Maybe you need a new challenge, something to take your mind off of all of this other strategizing so that you can, and the jaguar again, double confirmation for someone about the jaguar being your spirit animal. We have double tiger, double jaguar. Big cat energy is big here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, pay attention. That which challenges you is there to help you grow. A tiger with a thorn in its paw, or a jaguar with a thorn in its paw, or trapped in a snare, has to submit to the fear that the human approaching them is coming to attack them, and has to surrender to their fate because they can't get loose and they keep hurting themselves the more that they try to release from the trap clamped around them, or however they may be trapped at the time, right? Whatever your cage is. Maybe someone is offering you advice, or maybe you're finding it hard to accept advice from anyone because you're so defensive against the people around you. You don't think it's possible for anyone to have your best interests at heart, but that's just not true. Like you're gaslighting yourself into thinking that no one can care about you. That's self-sabotage. Like, listen, you know better. This always happened this way. It's always been this way. Well, do you remember when this, that, the other? And do you remember this and this? And do you remember that? Like, you're your own worst enemy when you do that to yourself. So if that applies to you, please don't do that, right? What challenges you is there to help you grow. So there's something that you can learn from the pain. There's something you can learn from the frustration. There's something you can learn when you stop following the damn bird. Whatever that damn bird is for you. If this resonated, give me a thumbs up. If you like the way I read, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload other videos. Water signs, that's all I have for you. If you'd like to share, please by all means comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.